Hello, welcome to a Paper Flourish craft video. My name is Julie. Today I'm going to make the August page in my Lavinia calendar. So I've already had a bit of a play and this is the page I'm going to be creating today, and it celebrates all of the gorgeous frog stamps that Lavinia has in its collection. So I'm just going to pop this to the side and I'll take you through the process of how I made this page. So this is the blank calendar here. Now, we recently received the Dinkles in store, these gorgeous pots of powder, so I wanted to try these out on the calendar page. So what I've decided to do is, I've just got a piece of plastic here, and I'm going to sprinkle some of the Dinkles, that rhymes, doesn't it? Sprinkle the Dinkles onto, you don't need much, these powders are pretty strong in colour, so I've sprinkled it onto the plastic. I'm going to spray that with the water, and all I did, I'm going to mix it together, tip a little bit off there, and then I'm going to get this and I'm just going to go splat, splat, splat all over the page. A quick way to get some colour onto the page, and that will do. I'll dry this off with my heat tool. Next, I'm going to get this lovely stencil, which is called Crazy, and I'm going to add some stenciling just to probably the middle area of the page, placing that over the top. And I've chosen 3 colours of elements, so I'm going to start with Lime Punch, and I'm just going to start. I want to leave space either side of the stenciling, so I'm just going to add a patch of each, and work my way across the page, changing colour as I go. So that's the Lime Punch. Pine next. I'm sort of starting with a lighter green, going a little bit darker here with the pine. And then the final colour is Olive elements. So this now goes quite a bit darker. Again, I'm just going to leave that blank area on the edge. Go slightly into the previous colour just to blend it nicely together. All right, that's the look I'm after. I've sort of gone lighter through to darker. I have dried this again with the heat tool because now I'm ready to start stamping. 3 frogs, this is King Hopkins. This is Bogart and Small Frog. So I'm going to stamp these to the page with Versafine Clair Nocturne, the black ink pad. And let's start with King Hopkins. Got my Lavinia acrylic board. I've got one of the larger ones. He's a fairly large stamp. Going to ink him up really well. And ready to stamp. I want him to be close to the centre of the page, right about there. Give it a good press, make sure all that ink transfers onto the page. So there's King Hopkins proudly owning the August calendar page. Bogart is next, just swimming along in the water near King Hopkins. And just always hold it for a moment, let the ink transfer into the page, take it away, and there's Bogart. Small Frog, this little frog I'm just going to place down in the bottom corner of the calendar. All 3 frogs now on the page. I'm going to stamp the Bulrushes stamp, this one here. And I'm stamping it with Shady Versafine Clair, and I'm going to pop that on both sides of the page just to add some foliage around the pond. That Bulrushes stamp is such a handy stamp to have in your collection. I would find I use that a lot as a foliage and a filler on the cards. Another awesome one to have in the collection is Wildflower. So this time I'm going to stamp in the Versafine Clair Purple Delight, and I'm going to stamp this to the sides of the page amongst the Bulrushes. I'm going to stamp it first just right on the edge, And then I'm going to come in and just, without re-inking, just stamp a couple of times so it looks like there's some of those in the distance. And I'll do the same on the other side of the page. So now I've introduced that purpley pink colour, and I'm going to continue with that a little bit just to add a few more pops of that colour on the page. This is the Words 1 stencil, and it's got these fantastic words you can add to your page. I'm planning on using Magical, and I'm going to pop it up here in the top corner. I have my Mulberry Elements and the Series 3, the small stencil brush, and I'm just going to add that word here into the top corner. I'm going to add a little bit of the purpley pink colour. Again, this is with the Mulberry Elements. I've got my Lavinia watercolour brush. I've wet it, picked up some of the ink, and I'm going to paint the frogs, small frog's wings. So again, this will just add that touch of that colour to the bottom of the page. Pretty. And then I'm going to colour the frog with, this is with the Olive Elements. Just colour in those. Final touch, I've got the metallic pink Posca pen, and I'm going to use this to colour in the ribbons here, just colouring those in. I'll add that little bit of touch of metallic and shine to the page, and the pink will blend in, of course, with that Mulberry ink I've been using. And the page is done. I'm going to stop there. I think if I add any more, it's going to be too much. So this is my August page. I'm going to bring back the first one I did, because one of them goes into the shop on display and the other one I work with at home. And they've actually turned out really, really different. Let's bring them down. So this was the first one I did. And I've used a lot more of the Dinkles on this page, which has brought in a lot more of the yellow. So you can decide which one you like if you're making this yourself, but I think I probably took maybe some of the Dinkles off the plastic on this one, whereas here I have more of the Dinkles, so it's created more yellow, but I actually think I like this. It's a little bit brighter and a little bit more vibrant. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. Have a wonderful day and enjoy creating in your calendars. September page, I will get that out early August. And I think I'll be maybe adding some owls to that page, maybe some of the new owls which Lavinia is about to release, and they are just so cute. So I think they might be a big feature in the September page. I look forward to joining you then. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Bye.